Hey everybody, so I have always wanted to do one of those grocery hauls that you see people do, and I just never have because usually when I go grocery shopping, I want to not deal with it anymore. I want it to go to its respective spots, and I usually do all the grocery shopping, so my kids are home. I have them put it away, but they're in school right now. So I'm home alone today. I'm like, well, what better day to do it? And I'm calling this the 80-20 grocery haul because that is usually how I always grocery shop. Now, sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. But we go through those cycles in life, and with the new school year starting again, praying everything will stay where my kids can stay in school. You kind of go through like little changes, like little overhauls you want to do. And so I've really been motivated to be like, okay, let's get back to 80-20, even like 90-10 more often than 70-30, 60-40 kind of stuff. So but 80-20 is a really, really great way to live, right? 80% eating as healthy as you can in your budget, and what your body needs and your health needs. And then the other 20% is just living life, just loving life. Okay. So here is my 80-20. Now remember, we get almost all of our meat locally. We usually buy as grass-fed and pasture-raised as you can get with our beef, our pork, and our chicken. So other than things like lunch meat, as you're going to see there, or, hot dogs at times, I'll go for like the nitrate-free ones. I really don't buy any other meat. Oh, and frozen chicken breast sometimes because, sometimes you just want to make something with a frozen chicken breast, and all our meat processor does for the chickens is whole chicken. So I'm going to start over here with some dairy stuff. Now this is a Walmart shop, and I will just let you know right out front, I'm not a fan of Walmart, but I'm able to get my MEC there. MEC, I'm going to let you figure that out. So I'll just deal with it while I can. Haven't had any issues getting my MEC there, so I didn't want to just run in to get that and then have to go somewhere else, but not my favorite place to shop. Also, I love the farmers markets on Saturday. We have a great farmers market on Saturday. So before we moved to Manitowoc, obviously, and lived in town, we were in the country on 10 acres. So we had our own huge garden. And we also raised some of our own animals for eggs and for meat, but we don't have that option anymore. So, milk right here. Our kids really pretty much grew up on very little milk. And if they did, it was raw, organic milk from local farms. Life got busier. It's kind of a haul to go out to get the raw milk. So I've just started buying organic milk. Say what you want to about raw feelings, whatever your feelings on it, great, have your feelings. I do believe that pasteurized is not as healthy as raw. But for what we use it for, I'm okay with it. We are not like pour a huge glass of milk drinkers. We're not buying 8 gallons of milk. I have 4 kids, one's in college now. So I have one teenager left at home, a high schooler, and then 7th grader and a 3rd grade girl. This will last us. So it's more for this is the, just Walmart's organic brand 2%. We do cereal on school mornings. I try to stick with healthier cereals. I know cereal in general is not going to be as good as, soaked whole grain oatmeal or things like that. But again, this is 80-20, right? Okay. Then I have the Organic Valley half and half. I put that in my coffee, and there's some recipes that use it. Yep, great value extra creamy whipping cream. That would be in the 20%, but you know what? We love this in a little bit of iced coffee or regular coffee on some Greek yogurt. We've all been known for a time or two just to squirt it into our mouths. Whatever. Okay. Faye, however you say it. The 0%. Honestly, because I like the 0% better. That's really why. There's organic Greek ones out there too. I've made Greek yogurt. I just really like the texture of the Faye, and so I get it. The cottage cheese is actually for lasagna I'm going to make, and Oliver actually loves cottage cheese too, and it does have a good amount of protein in it, so it is a good, if your kids like it, it's a great thing to have. Not typically something I buy fresh rosemary, but I'm going to be making a recipe, which I will show you later, some of the ingredients we had a girl weekend with my cousins this weekend, and my cousin is a really good cook, and she made this one Greek olive and roasted tomato, cherry tomato dip. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Okay. Again, really like to get fresh lettuce if I can at the farmer's market. Wasn't able to do it this week. So I have the Walmart Premium Romaine. I have organic spring mix and some organic sugar snap peas for snacks. Kids love the sugar snap peas. They make a great snack. Also great for lunches right now. Our kids take cold lunch. They do take a 1 or 2 day hot lunch at school, which is prepared at school by some parents that volunteer, or they order Subway. So we do that sometimes as a treat too. Okay, organic baby carrots. Because they're faster and easier than bigger carrots. I will use bigger carrots like in soups and stuff, but this is great when the kids are packing their lunches. One thing to remember too is that boxed lettuce is actually going to be a little bit healthier than bagged. There's something with bagged, and even if it's, and this one's not organic, but even if it was, there's something with like the chemical in the bag that's actually not really healthy for you. But you know what? Again, health is also more than just organic food. It's our stress levels. It's our budget and what we can live in. So we have to remember that not everyone can just go out and afford. Now, yes, even people with lower incomes can afford some organic foods. It's just you have to shift your focus in life on what you're spending your money on. You know, in terms of entertainment and eating out and things like that. But again, even with that said, taking all that into account, you still sometimes cannot afford much organic. So in that case, you know, try to go for a box versus a bag. But again, your mental health is so important because you could be eating 100% organic food, but living a insanely stressed lifestyle and worrying all the time and whatnot. And honestly, I would rather just eat the food and have my stress lower. All right, so remember that in your 80-20 life. Okay, green bell peppers, just because I cook with them a lot. We also just like green bell peppers to eat. Honey Crisp organic apples. Honey Crisp is our favorite. They're usually the most expensive, but Walmart actually has a good price on these, and these were organic. So, yay. Got a watermelon. Got some mandarins. These also go great in the kids' lunches because they're easier to peel, and I don't know, they're just really good. Okay, these were on sale, so I got these. These are kind of fun. These are a great snack for the kid because usually because look at the protein amount in there, and then lots of times if kids just want the snacky, like crispy, I want, you know, pretzels or whatever, great, but then, you know, they're just having straight up carb central. So these are nice because they're just, what are they, like, you know, 280 calories, and if you're looking at macros, 15 grams of fat, 20 carbs, 16 protein. So I mean, great for an adult snack too. Okay, then I have some raw trail mix here. It has pineapple, banana chips, coconut, cranberries, walnuts, cashews, and papaya. Actually didn't look at the oil. So it's mostly sunflower oil, a little bit of canola oil in there. Not my favorite, but again, in smaller amounts, fine. Blue Diamond oven roasted almonds with the dark chocolate. I don't ever really buy these, like ever, but I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it today. And there's some sugar in there. There's some maltodextrin, but then there's also some stevia, so it kind of cuts down on the sugar. And these will be a great snack for kids. Okay, moving on to some breakfast food. So I usually get granola. We don't so much eat. I used to make granola, you know, back in the day when I had time. And that ship has sailed, so now I buy it. And this actually is a new one we're trying here, the dark chocolate pretzel peanut. That looks kind of good, and the protein content is pretty good. But what we typically do with the granola is we put it in our Greek yogurt. So it's not like we're having a big bowl with, you know, milk, because that actually is quite, that's a lot of macros if you just kind of pour a lot of granola. That's one that you really want to look at serving size and be careful on. Okay, moving on then to the cereals I got. This RX cereal. I think it's kind of like the Kind of cereal, but it's cheaper. But I mean, look at that. 12 grams of protein, brown rice, almonds, touch of honey, no BS. All right, that's what I like, no BS. And the ingredients over here, brown rice, almonds, whole grain, sorghum, coconut sugar, pea protein, honey. Look at that. I mean, that's really good. Product of Mexico. So I got the chocolate one and vanilla almond. Obviously, I'm a chocolate fan, but there's people in this house that, man, I like vanilla ice cream and stuff. But, all right, these, this is the first time I've seen these. I'm kind of excited. So have you guys, I've talked about, maybe I haven't, the, oh my goodness, what is it? Magic Spoon cereal, okay? And it's really, really good. It's like, I don't want to go in my closet, it's messy, but it's a protein cereal, and you order it online. They're little rings, like they look like little Cheerios, and they make like chocolate, peanut butter, cinnamon. They make a fruity one, they make a frosted one. Well, they're really, really good, and they are, you know, really high in protein, but they're so expensive. And my husband would really not enjoy me to continue buying that, mostly because then, you know, I'm the one that's usually watching my macros the most because I'm the one that kind of needs to the most. But so then I was basically buying it for myself, because if a kid, or, you know, even any of our kids would go in and find that and pour it, they would pour a giant cereal, and the box is pretty small, so it isn't very cost friendly. But for a treat, fine. But anyway, I found this today, and this is a keto friendly. They're like little, I don't know, they look like little puff thingies. And the ingredients are milk protein, allulose, peanut flour, erythritol. You can see that. You know, there's some canola oil in there, but again, 80-20. But that's very similar to what is in Magic Spoon for probably $4 cheaper. So they had this, they had peanut butter, they had chocolate, and they had cinnamon, but that didn't, like, I'm not really that big into just cinnamon. So, okay. Now we have, for some snacky stuff, I got some of these Utz sourdough pretzels. And I looked at the ingredients briefly on these. So again, you know, wheat flour. Obviously, if you are somebody that cannot have gluten, this would not be, you know, in your alley. But not bad, you know, no high fructose corn syrup, whatever. Okay, goldfish. You know what? That is just totally in the 20. Nothing healthy about goldfish, okay? My kids really do like them, so it's a treat. That is a treat. I got a couple cans of the Great Value organic soup, just for quick meals, for my husband to take to work with him. And I believe these are lined so that they are not BPA lined, which stands for like bisphenol, blah, blah, something S, and whatever, but you don't want it, it's bad. So I try to avoid the BPA. Okay, then I got some just Tostita salsa. We go through a lot of salsa in the house. I'm trying this for the first time. Prego Farmers Market. I believe, yeah, there is no added sugar in it. I usually get the Costco marinara sauce, but I don't know when we're going to Costco next, so I'm going to try that. All right, then I got, we really like this mayo, the Primal Kitchen mayo. It's with avocado oil, and I got a smaller jar. We don't eat a ton of mayo, but I do make like broccoli cauliflower bacon salad with it sometimes, and so sometimes if I get a bigger jar, it ends up going to waste because that's just how often we don't use it. Maybe we should use it more. I don't know. Okay, so then lunch meat, and this is basically just for kids making cold lunches. No artificial preservatives or artificial flavors or colors, but really I try to stay away from nitrate foods. So I got 2 turkey breasts, and then I'm trying this Hillshire Farm no nitrates oven roasted turkey breast, which actually looks more like it was actually cut. It doesn't look as processed. So, okay. Then snack stuff. This is in the 20. Nothing healthy about this. Obviously, it could be worse, but I thought they looked fun. And then I got one down here that's just peanut butter. Peanut butter lover. Okay. And then these, again, not healthy, not horrible, but not healthy. But they're good, and that's okay, because we're doing 80-20 here, folks. These were on like closeout. I've never actually seen these. So basically it's just mineral water, limitless mineral water, but it has L-theanine in it, which is a amino acid that does support relaxation. So if you are a high stress person, usually the caffeine wouldn't be necessarily your friend. Not always, but often. But usually I've just never seen sparkling water with just L-theanine. There were other ones there too. I kind of felt like I just should have grabbed them all, but I didn't. 200 milligrams of L-theanine in the can too. one of my doctors, before we actually moved to Manitowoc, that was, and I still take L-theanine. It was a supplement that he prescribed me. So, okay, this little section here is for this dip I'm making. So my cousin made it this weekend at her cousin's weekend. It was so good. It was cream cheese, but I just got Neuchatel, feta cheese, and then a little bit of honey, drizzled honey, and there's a couple other things in it. Blend it up to make it like a really smooth, creamy, whatever. There's some herbs in there, I think too. And then she roasted Roma tomatoes. No, not Roma. Cherry tomatoes. And in this, like, that, I think that had some, like, little bit of a seasoned sauce in it. Olive oil, maybe? Avocado oil. Roasted those so they were, like, really soft, but they would kind of pop in your mouth. And then black olives and green olives. And then you, so you make your bottom dip with the Neuchatel and the feta and the honey and the whatever. And then you, you roast your cherry tomatoes. And then you put that on top of your dip. And then your black olives on top of that. And then you drizzle it with a little olive oil. And you bake it in the oven. And it makes like a hot, warm dip. And then she used baguette. Oh my goodness. My loaf of bread broke in the car. Whatever. She used like a baguette, but I got this rosemary olive oil. So I will just slice those and just maybe slightly butter them, toast them, and have that with the dip. It is really, really good. It was the lady that does these recipes, can't think of her name right now. I think her last name is like Milne, M-I-L-N-E, and she's on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So, yeah, really, really good. Okay, my kids just love these. Again, I mean, no high fructose corn syrup, so there's a gain. I wouldn't really call this 80, but I wouldn't really necessarily call it 20 either. So I got the cheddar, and I got the caramel. Sawyer loves the caramel. All right, almost done. I like Cheetos, okay? I just like Cheetos. I've always loved Cheetos. But these natural ones are obviously much better than the regular ones because they don't have any artificial colorings and they don't turn your fingers orange. That's one thing I hate about Cheetos. So, yeah. I mean, again, you can have, junk food treats that are a little bit better for you. All right. I got these. Everyone in our family likes these. Nobody has, well, I shouldn't say nobody. I think some of us have some gluten intolerances possibly, but nothing that causes like, the one that I think probably does the most is our oldest son, and he's the best with his diet, to be honest. So, but these Nut Thins, these are good, and they were on sale today. So I got some, the sea salt ones and cheddar cheese ones. When my little kids pack their lunch, they always think like their lunch isn't good enough or isn't a lunch if they don't have like a snack. So they could have like a sandwich and an apple and a string cheese, and they're like, but I don't have anything to eat. And well, you do. You just don't have that like in your head in a little baggy snacky thing. So to kind of, round that out for them, these are great options. So would be the little mini rice cakes. So would be the Cheetos. But those are usually mine, and I hide them. But yeah, stuff like that. Even, and the pretzels, And then last but not least, Orville Redenbacher's mini bags of microwave popcorn, 100% avocado oil. Little fun fact joke. We call Oliver our son Orville because when he was born, this elderly lady in our church sent us a card. She was so sweet. And she thought in the card, it was like, congratulations on the birth of your sweet Orville. Ouch. Just tweaked my neck there. So she thought his name was Orville. And we just thought that was hilarious. So we still call him Orville as a joke. And, but anyway, so to be honest with you, we are more of a popcorn on the stove family. That's how my husband grew up. So we have one of those whirly pops, and we will use usually avocado or coconut oil. And then we buy our popcorn in bulk from like the local Amish store or, places like that. We try to get like, we'll try to get organic, but like we really try to for sure get non-GMO. So this again would be a kind of a junk treat, but on the healthier side of junk. So as you can see here, it's whole grain popping oil or popping corn, avocado oil, mono and diglyceride, sea salt. So much better. But then again, if depending on, some people are anti-microwave all the way. we are kind of I don't use my microwave a ton. I use it to reheat my coffee because I always leave my coffee sitting around that gets cold. I will use it to reheat food a lot. Occasionally, we'll get the healthier microwave meals just for like in a pinch type things. But I'm not like a steam my veggies in the bag kind of girl. I'm not a make my baked potato in the microwave, although I'm open to that idea too. My older son does that. And again, as a time saver, it's way better than fast food, right? So again, 80-20, like take those options when they're there. They're there to help us out. No, they didn't have microwaves 150 years ago, but they also didn't have the lifestyle and the busy life. They had a busy lifestyle, but much different than the busy lifestyle we have today. So it's about striving for balance. You're never going to reach balance. You're never going to reach balance and stay there for more than a few seconds. You're always striving for balance. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope it encouraged you. Again, this would be a Walmart one. Maybe sometime I'll do an Aldi one or a Woodman one or a Festival Foods one, but don't hold your breath because I usually just get home and put it away. But anyway, thanks for watching today and share this if you feel like this would help anybody or any of your friends. Bye-bye.